suspended for Louisiana's basketball team. Longtime coach Bob Marlin being relieved of duties on Thursday. Derek Zimmerman taking over as the interim head coach. But as they say, the show must go on. The Raging Cajuns facing an in-state rival today in their final non-conference game. McNeese's Cowboys won 30 games last year. One of them a 2-point win over UL in Lake Charles. The Cajuns and the Cowboys next on ESPN+. Welcome to the Cajun Dome for the finale of 6 straight home games for the Cajun squad. That's a team that's coming off a win in its Sun Belt Conference opener Wednesday. That obviously wasn't the story of the week with the coaching change. We'll talk more about that shortly. But first, we've got the renewal of a long-time rivalry, the 100th all-time meeting between the Cajuns and the Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Dan McDonald, along with my broadcast partner, former Cajun standout Eric Mouton. Eric, the Cowboys rebuilt with transfers last year under new coach Will Wade. They ended up with a banner year, 30-4, the Southland regular season tournament titles, and a trip to the NCAAs. 4 of those 6 regulars are back from last year, but there's a new face there, and it's one that's very familiar to the Cajuns.
Yeah, Dan, Joe Charles, the 6'9 senior from up the street at Karen Crow, played 3 years here in the Cajun Dome before following the NIL route and transferring to McNeese. Last year, he led UL in rebounding, steals, and block shots, and was a third-team All-Sun Belt pick. He's coming off a solid game against Mississippi State, 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks, and he leads the Cowboys on the boards this year, 9 points and 6 rebounds a game.
Conference play is where it matters, and the Cajuns had a big one on Wednesday, a 68-62 victory over Sun Belt defending champion Appalachian State. Eric, UL had a lot of big-time contributors in that game, but it was Kyron Ratliff who battled against a huge and talented Mountaineer front line.
Yeah, the 6'8 sophomore from New Orleans had his second double-double of the year, 10 points and 10 rebounds against 4 bigger App State players, and that was after not scoring at all in his previous 2 games. He needs to, again, top his 7-point and 5 rebound averages if the Cajuns are going to make it 2 in a row today.
And you see our impact players today, 2 guys relatively the same size, but 2 very different kinds of players.
Yeah, and you mentioned size. We won't see, as we've seen Louisiana play over the last couple of games against some 6'11", some 6'10s. Today, Joe Charles comes in as one of the tallest at 6'9". They will battle inside. Joe Charles will face the basket more. Ratliff more back to the basket.
Number 100 in the series all-time between these 2 teams. Cajuns have a big lead in the series. They had actually won 8 in a row between these 2 clubs before the Cowboys won last year in a good one in Lake Charles, 74-72 in that game. After the Cajuns led by as many as 13 late. First time in 15 years that Louisiana will take the court without Bob Marlin on the bench. And it's going to be a little different.
It will be different, you know, and Coach Marlin did a heck of a job over here. Had some really, really good teams. Did a good job in coaching this group for 15 years. He'll be missed. And let's see what the new regime does. And looking forward to this down the road I-10 matchup here. McNeese 45 minutes away, coming to the Cajun Dome for a big one.
Landon Brandis will throw it up. Joe Lindsay, Vladimir Voyar-Tadal, our other officials, of course, assigned out of the Sun Belt Conference. So we are underway. McNeese in the blue with the gold trim. Cajuns in the throwback, red and white today. Those are Omar Cooper running the point.
Those are so far back, Dan, I didn't even wear those uniforms.
You would have still looked good. You would have still looked good in them.
They are clean.
Drive inside by Garcia. Gets cut off. Nice defense that time by Kentrell Garnett. Garnett's going to be hit with the foul.
Man, got away with a walk before the foul.
Javon Garcia got the ball fake, the ball fake, the ball fake, and then went up for a shot, and Garnett. A little too much contact that time. So Javon Garcia, senior from Columbus, Ohio. 85% free throw shooter this year. 23 out of 27 makes the first one.
And Kentrell Garnett, one of the best on-ball defenders for Louisiana. You can see why. Stays with him, keeps him in front. Garcia leans in to draw that foul.
It'll be Kendall Davis to break the timeline before putting it back into Christian Wright's hands. Davis had a big game on Wednesday against App State in that conference opener. Long cross-court pass, getting it to Davis today. Mustafa will drive inside. A lot of contact, no foul. Cooper comes away with it. Somebody got a hand on it.
Yeah, leading scorer for Louisiana, Mustafa. That's his game going to the basket.
Shoemate will take it inside. Christian Shoemate, the senior from Chicago, Illinois. The only holdover from the McNeese squad from 2 years ago.
Had a chance to see him play last year a couple times. He's really good. He's athletic, transfer from Tulsa. He can stand outside, shoot it, and he can attack the basket as he did that time.
Davis thought about the drive, and a turnover as the pass is behind Christian Wright. So it'll be Cowboy basketball.
Both teams starting out man-to-man, and both of these teams will try to dig in and get stops. They've got to rebound the basketball. Height advantage pretty much similar, so whoever boxes out does a good job of rebounding on the defensive end, probably come away with this one.
Drive inside again by Garcia. This time they'll kick it back out. Shoemate will take the three. That's not there. Wright comes away with the rebound. They'll find Davis for three. In and out, no good. Joe Charles with the rebound. Cowboys trying to push it in transition. Garcia again gets away with a walk.
Shoemate actually the second leading scorer. We'll see the leading scorer who actually comes off the bench in Parker a little bit later.
Three ball by Charles, just barely grazed the rim. Cross-court pass. Mustafa on the drive, gets the extra step, can't finish it. Had a lot of those the other night against App State. Cooper coming the other way, he'll get the layup.
Sure did. I'm not sure Joe Charles didn't maybe block Mustafa's layup from behind, but Louisiana's got to do a better job in defensive transition. Right now, the running Cowboys 6 up, 6-0.
Cajuns 0 for their first 3 shots from the field. Wright will put it into Garnett's hands. He'll try to drive the baseline. Come back out to Mustafa with 7 on the shot clock. Gets a little bump. Back to Davis, and he'll hit the 3 ball. Kendall Davis, the senior from Chicago, had 10 points against App State the other night. Had some big threes.
And Mustafa's driving ability right there forces help. They can't recover on Davis. 4th on this team in scoring at over 8 a game.
Brandon Murray almost lost the handle, but gets it back into the hands of Cooper. He'll drive in, tried to kick it out, gets it to Charles, tried to go down low, ball's knocked away, but Shoemate comes away with the loose ball. Now on the drive, shots put up by Murray. Again, a lot of contact, no foul. They're letting him play early.
Yes, indeed. Mustafa kept his hands up, bodied up.
Right on the drive. He will leave it for Mustafa, the drive, and he'll hit it this time. Mustafa El Mutauakil, the junior from Indian River Community College, gets his first bucket.
Yeah, doing most of his damage this year. 10.9 points a game, leads the team going to the basket and finishing.
Shoemate working against Ratliff. Gets cut off. He'll kick it back out to Garcia. Garcia will launch a deep 3. That's off the back iron. Fight for the ball going out of bounds. Going to be off Charles. It'll be Cajun basketball.
Once Louisiana gets their defense set up, they're doing a good job of defending, forcing some tough contested shots. And there you can see the battle for the rebound off of the Karen Crow product, Joe Charles.
Good crowd on hand for a Sunday.
Nice. A few people made it from McNeese. You can see them in the
quite a few.
background. Yes, indeed.
Wright will go back to Davis. Put it into Mustafa's hands again. Thought about the 3. Behind the back pass, but getting cut off. Ratliff, but he'll get the little hook shot from the baseline. Nice feed inside that time.
Beautiful feed. I know the Globetrotters are coming a little bit later, but man, that is a nice pass right there. Behind the back, Mustafa creating for his teammates.
Murray working against Davis. Had to put up a tough shot. That's not there. Ratliff comes away with the rebound.
Another great defensive possession for the home team.
Mustafa will give it back out to Ratliff, a long way from the basket. This pass knocked away, saved in bounds. Athletic play by Garcia. Shoemate gets it stripped away by Garnett. Mustafa in transition. Gets it blocked away, but a foul's going to be called. He will go to the line when we return. 14:49 left in the first half. Louisiana on a 7-0 run. They lead it 7-6.
Every business is on its own path to AI. And Dell AI Factory with NVIDIA can provide you with the broadest portfolio, allowing you to quickly implement the AI you need, help keep your data secure, and get the flexibility to scale as you grow. So no matter what business you're in, you can keep moving forward.
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts Collection, following you along everywhere you go, making every moment special, even more surprising than your last, and bringing you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day. Now you can save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. Why would you stay anywhere else?
Every year as I carve the annual holiday nut bowl, I remember a time before people had it to gather around.
Maurice!
What?
Oh, I'm hilarious.
Sometimes togetherness is as easy as a nut bowl. Sometimes.
What do the stats say about these teams? Well, it says that McNeese has a reputation of scoring a lot of points, but they also can defend a little bit. They're giving up only a little over 41% of their opponents. That's third in the Southland.
Early on, they've been able to run Louisiana out of what they want to do in the half court. Let's see if they can continue to do that, but they're definitely going to dig in on the defensive end.
Louisiana's turned people over this year. They're second in the Sun Belt in turnover margin. Look at South Alabama, averaging over 5 turnovers forced more than they've given up, and they had a huge win yesterday in their conference opener, 77-49 over a James Madison team that everybody thought was going to be right in the thick of things for the conference title.
Yeah, and Louisiana, without Katinge inside, who's out for the year, pretty much going with 4 guards and Ratliff, and they do a nice job of taking the ball away from their opponents. They get deflections, they get hands on it, and they get steals.
El Muta Uakil, 72% free throw shooter this year. He's raised that percentage a lot over the last 3 or 4 games. Junior from Rabat, Morocco.
Michael Thomas and Brandon Hardy in for Louisiana.
Can't get that one to go. Sincere Parker also checked in for McNeese. He is the Cowboys' leading scorer, and he is the instant offense for this team so far this year.
Yes, indeed. 15.6 points a game.
Cooper on the drive. He'll go back outside to Charles. Cooper again will put into Murray's hands. Nice dish inside. Unable to finish, though. That's Celebungay, Bryant Celebungay, who checked in. Cajuns can't get that one to go. Parker comes away with the rebound. Each team going with a couple of subs after that first media timeout. Parker got cut off by Hardy. They go down low to Celebungay. He loses it out of bounds, but a foul called. Cowboys will maintain possession, and a couple more substitutions for both. DJ Richards checking in for the Cowboys, along with Quadir Copeland, and Zeke Cook coming in for Louisiana.
Yeah, Ratliff got him right there. A little post defense as they duck in and try to throw that bounce pass away from the defense. Too much contact. Ratliff, good call. He'll head to the bench. Zeke Cook will take over guarding the post.
Charles will kick it in the corner back to Richards. He'll go back out front to Parker. It's 8 on the shot clock as Copeland goes for the drive. Little turnaround, gets that one to go. Thought about going up with the reverse layup, but there was a white shirt right there.
Got a good ball screen toward the baseline side. He's able to use the rim and finish on that reverse layup. That's a nice move.
Hardy looking for Mustafa. Now he'll drive the baseline. Almost lost possession. He'll get it back out to Thomas. A lot of people there, and a turnover as the loose ball goes into Celebungay's hands. 2 turnovers already for Louisiana inside, and Hardy is going to have to commit the foul to prevent the layup from Celebon. He will be going to the line.
Yeah, that's a nice find. Normally you want your big to run to the block, ball side right there, as the ball was not reversed. Little late in transition. McNeese looking to play fast. Louisiana will have to improve their defensive transition.
Bryant Celebon Jr. from Montreal, Quebec. McNeese is his 4th college stop. He's been at Tulsa, Florida Southwest Community College, and Arizona State. After coming out of Canada, makes the first free throw. Just a 52% free throw shooter this year. Davis will check back in, and El Mutauakil will check out. Louisiana, except for Katinje, of course, who's out for the year, they're at full strength for only the 2nd time this year.
Coach Wade may be changing defenses here. He's screaming something out, but normally you can't set up the press or the half-court trap when you miss a free throw, so they'll get back in there man-to-man, which has been effective.
Thomas will put it into Davis's hands in the corner. Garnett. Kentrell Garnett makes his first 3. He had one of those, a big one against App State the other night.
And Coach Wade asking his assistant coaches, what happened there? We can't give that guy any open looks.
Last year, Garnett had 4 out of 5 outside the arc in the game in Lake Charles. Cross-court pass. Richards tried to drive it. Shoemate gets cut off. Cook with the block. Tough shot from the corner put up by Richards. Saved by Hardy. And Hardy will stop and take a deep 3 ball. That rolls in and out. Copeland controls a tough rebound, and now a long pass down court. Celebon he is 6'8", but he's not 6'11". He would have to have been 6'11" to handle that one. It's only the 2nd turnover for the Cowboys. Thomas back to Davis. They'll go back in the corner. This time it's Hardy. Back out to the top to Thomas with 8 on the shot clock. Garnett, he'll launch again and hit another one. Kentrell Garnett's 2 for 2. He's got 6.
That's a nice play. He came over, set the ball screen, a little pick and pop. And boy, he is always ready to shoot, and it doesn't take him long to get it off.
Drive and a layup put up. Boy, an athletic move by Quadir Copeland, the junior from Philadelphia. Transfer from Syracuse.
2 nice moves for him, man. Athletic, gets to his spot, had the reverse layup. This time gets to the front of the rim and a soft touch and finish. And now they're guarding Kentrell Garnett, and they foul him.
Garnett was about to pop open again. It'll be Cajun basketball when we come back. 11-12 left in the first half. Cajuns lead this one by 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power of a word. The anticipation, the adrenaline, the hair on the back of their necks rising. The crowd, the score rising. Greatness rising, the sun rising. Sometimes a word is best left all by itself. The Sun Belt Conference, 14 universities, 10 states, rising.
Injured? Everyone in the Lafayette community knows Demand Dudley DeBosier.
We're the law firm that loves helping people, especially our fellow Ragin' Cajun fans.
From Opelousas to Abbeville, from Crowley to Breaux Bridge, we're here to serve the Acadiana area.
We're available by phone or online 24/7, or come see us at the office on Camellia Boulevard.
Fighting for Ragin' Cajun fans everywhere. We got Lafayette covered. Demand Dudley DeBosier, the official injury lawyers of the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns.
From church auditoriums to corporate conference rooms and educational classrooms, pro audio and video, control systems and lighting, interactive boards and digital signages, Our professional teams will lead you through the consultation and design process. Go Media is your go-to for everything AV.
Derek Zimmerman making his debut as the Cajuns' interim head coach, named to that position on Thursday. Native of Monroe. And boy, was that guy a great player at Mississippi State. In fact, he's still the #2 all-time assist man for career for the Bulldogs. Also played professionally for 10 years in 6 different countries. He was a second-round NBA pick out of Mississippi State when he graduated. Been on the Cajun staff for 4 years. And now taking over as the interim head coach for the rest of the season. And that's always a tough situation to see him talking there for a second with Casey Perrin, one of the assistants. The rest of the assistants, of course, still here. Philip Shumpert, Neil Harden, and Casey Perrin. And they will handle things for the rest of the 24-25 season. Cajun basketball up by 3, 5 on the shot clock as Thomas has it outside. He's going to have to force one up. Kicks it on the side. Davis not going to be able to get it off. Stepped out of bounds anyway. Had a tough pass to handle on that cross court.
Yeah, a little late in getting started into their offense that time. And Michael Thomas just tries to create and kick. Didn't handle it clean in that corner. You can see him fumbled it and then step on the line.
Louisiana 5 out of 10. Now 4 turnovers. Cowboys 4 out of 11 from the field. A couple of turnovers early. Richards, off position, the corner, gets it back to Copeland. Being guarded by Hardy. He'll kick it on the side to Shoemate. Shoemate will leave it inside. Sullivan Gay got fouled on the way up. He'll go back to the free throw line.
I think Michael Thomas got him as he's helping out inside after a nice pass to the big fella. Was going to take it to the rim with some nasty intentions. That's a nice penetration and dump. And Michael Thomas, looked like he got all ball.
First foul on Thomas, 4th team foul on the Cajuns. That's Sullivan Gay, 1 for 2 earlier today, 52% for the season. And that one looked like a 52% shooter. Left that one well short. Substitutions coming in both ways. Garcia will check back in for the Cowboys. London Fields makes his first appearance for Louisiana. The sophomore from Tupelo. Second free throw is up and good. Just like you say, partner, 50% free throw shooters. They'll make it 1 out of 2.
There you go. I'd bet on that second one. A nice stroke, nothing but net. Man-to-man defense so far for both teams.
Hardy puts it back into Thomas's hands. Fields looks to drive the baseline. He'll kick cross court. Davis for 3. In and out, no good. Richards comes away with the rebound.
Much better offense and a good look from Louisiana. In and out.
Garcia thought about the 3 ball. Good shooter from out there, 37%. Copeland goes on the drive, cross-court pass, back to Richards. Not there, but the offensive rebound by Shoemate blocked away. And unable to save it, went off. Fields. Made a heck of an effort, but then trying to save it, threw it back into his own feet, I think.
Sure did, and a big-time block from Ratliff from behind right there. Gets it on the glass, and then a loose ball. Fields tries to come up with it, and it just rolls out of bounds.
So it'll be Cowboy basketball. Joe Charles checks back in for McNeese as Copeland will be triggering it. Copeland puts it into Richards' hands. Back to Charles. He'll take the 3 ball. That's not there. Rushed that one a little bit. Mustafa comes away with the rebound.
Good defense. Definitely rushed on that 3-pointer. Mustafa back into the game as well.
Fields on the drive. Might have gotten away with the extra step, but left it a little short going out of bounds. It'll be Cowboy basketball.
Yeah, London Fields is a scorer. He's a scorer's mentality. Every time he touches the ball, he's going to look for a 3. That time, Joe Charles closes out. He drives, tries for that reverse. Couldn't get it. Michael Thomas battling for the rebound, but couldn't come up with that either.
Speaking of the Euro step, Copeland takes it all the way to the basket. He's got 6 early points.
Having a really nice game. Somebody you don't expect normally steps up in games like this, and so far it's been Copeland.
He's right at his average, 6.7 per game. Thomas goes back to Hardy. Mustafa down low to Ratliff. A lot of contact again, no foul. Charles comes away with the rebound.
Good execution, got it down to Ratliff. Good help defense as McNeese player comes over. That may have been Charles. Jumps straight up, stays vertical, hands up, no foul. Copeland taken over.
That's when you know things are going well for you, when that goes in.
No doubt. Fields attacks. Good kick.
Hardy from the corner. Brandon Hardy gets his first free ball.
Boy, Coach Wade
is hot.
Furious.
8:15 left here in the first half. Cajuns lead it by 1.
Don't worry, I do this all the time.
Your life is pretty smart, but when it's time to eat, suddenly you feel out of sync. Refresh your routine with Factor. Chef-prepared meals delivered with a tap, ready in 2 minutes. Imagine dinner on autopilot and enjoying Tuscan tomato chicken without lifting a finger. Upgrade your plate. Optimize your nutrition. Eat smart with Factor.
Celebrations.
It's incredible.
You've never done the Australian Open like this before. Visit OzOpenTravel.com, the only place to purchase Australian Open 2026 packages.
Time out, time out, time out, time out, time out!
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there.
And we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate. Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities.
On our streets.
In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
to change the momentum.
and call a timeout
on hate.
Together.
Together.
Coach Will Wade was hot at one of his players for not picking up on that three-pointer the Cajuns just had. Wade in his second season as head coach of the Cowboys. Cowboys had a great year last year, 30-4. Won the Southland Conference regular season and the tournament, and went to the NCAA tournament. Now his record's only 27-7 there, and the reason that is with this year's 5-5 record, he had to sit out the first 10 games last year before he really took over as the head coach, with some of that carryover from his time at LSU. Now, he had great success at LSU, 105 wins. He's actually the fourth winningest coach in LSU history. But Eric, to say that his time at LSU was a little tumultuous would be an understatement.
Dan, if you look in the media guide for McNeese, his nickname, the American Gangster.
I referred to him in that way this week, and then somebody said, told me, so why are you being critical? I said, well, it's because it's right there in his bio.
It's in the bio, and Copeland scores again. My goodness, what a first half he's had. And that's who Coach Wade was on about scouting report and letting Brandon Hardy shoot. So Copeland doing it on the offensive end, but he's got to do a better job on the defensive end.
Copeland's got 10 points. Cross-court pass right. Drove the baseline, put it back into Garnett's hands. 7 on the shot clock. Give it to Mustafa. He's going to drive it inside. Tough layup is up and good. Mustafa El Mutauakil with 5 points.
And he's doing all he can, and also a couple of assists.
Copeland got a little over-anxious that time, but got the offensive rebound.
Coach Wade can't be happy with that shot selection, but he's able to come up with the offensive rebound for an extra possession. Garcia on the drive. Baseline jumper for Copeland. That doesn't catch anything there.
A little too anxious on those last 2 shots. Right outside, we'll leave it to Mustafa, back to Garnett, and then back to Wright. Garnett, he'll give it to Wright. He'll launch the 3 ball off the back iron. Copeland is there for the rebound. He's everywhere right now.
3rd on the team in rebounding, so he can definitely do that, about 4.5 a game.
Spin in the lane, a little jumper, leaves that one short. Mustafa with the rebound.
Great defense from Kentrell Garnett that time. Contested mid-range, unable to finish because of that contest from Garnett.
Derek Zimmerman shouting some instructions from the sideline. He has been very active over there on the Cajun sideline. Back to Garnett. He got open again. That one, though, rattles out.
He won't get a better look than that. Ratliff set a ball screen, then a pin down, and he was wide open. Maybe the defender got caught up or tripped.
Garcia will give it back to Copeland. Copeland averages 6.5 a game. He's got 10 already in this one. Lob to Shoemate down low. Garnett's trying to check him, rather Ratliff trying to check him, but Charles is there right in the right place, right time for the offensive putback. Mustafa will stop and take the 18-footer. Probably not his shot. Brandon Murray comes away with the rebound.
Yeah, early in the clock, contested mid-range. Probably not what Coach Zimmerman wanted.
Copeland with the spin move, puts it up off glass, can't get that one to go, but the tap out goes to Garcia. He'll launch the 3. That's not there, but put back in by Charles. He's got 4 points.
Yeah, and that's what he does, Dan. We've seen him do that for 3 years right here in this building. Offensive rebounds, extra possessions, trash bucket, does the dirty work for his team. First in rebounds and steals for the Cowboys. Good
Fields,
defense.
that's going to be knocked away. Garcia's going to go the other way, and he'll lay it up. And Derek Zimmerman's going to take a timeout. Cajuns haven't scored in almost 3 minutes.
Yeah, good defense right here. You can see the knockaway from Garcia. They're trying to get it to Garnett, get him another look, and defense leading to offense.
This is meeting number 100 between these two teams down I-10. Louisiana with a 63-36 all-time advantage in the series. They lead it 41-13 in games played here in Lafayette. They had actually won 8 in a row before the Cowboys won 74-72 last year over at the Legacy Center on December 17th, almost a year exactly. The last time McNeese won a game here in Lafayette, 17 years ago. That was back in 2007.
Freshman Jeremiah Evans checked in, 6'10", 210 from Shreveport. He'll come in for Ratliff. Ratliff will get a blow.
One of 8 Louisiana players on the Cajun 15-man roster.
Here's the change of defenses, the 1-3-1 with Joe Charles, 6'8" at the top.
And Mustafa gets it down low and banks it off glass. He's got 7.
And Coach Wade claps his hands. Louisiana recognizing the change in defenses and attacks to probably their best guy attacking the basket, Mustafa, and he's able to finish.
McNeese will hand it off. A little teardrop shot put up by Sincere Parker. Cowboys leading scorer with his first basket.
Yeah, and good offense. A little zoom action with a down screen and a dribble handoff. And he's able to get inside the lane with a nice touch. Teardrop goes down.
Garnett went on the drive, got cut off. He'll come back out to right. He'll take it on the drive. He'll leave it inside for Evans, but a foul's going to be called before the handoff. And it'll be Cajun basketball when we come back. 3:42 left in the first half of this one. Cowboys on a run. They lead by 5.
Injured? Everyone in the Lafayette community knows. Demand Dudley DeBosier.
We're the law firm that loves helping people, especially our fellow Ragin' Cajun fans.
From Opelousas to Abbeville, from Crowley to Breaux Bridge, we're here to serve the Acadiana area.
We're available by phone or online 24/7, or come see us at the office on Camellia Boulevard.
fighting for Raging Cajun fans everywhere. We got Lafayette covered. Demand Dudley DeBosier, the official injury lawyers of the Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
From church auditoriums to corporate conference rooms and educational classrooms, pro audio and video, control systems and lighting, interactive boards and digital signages. Our professional teams will lead you through the consultation and design process. Go Media is your go-to for everything AV.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power of a word. The anticipation, the adrenaline, the hair on the back of their necks rising. The crowd, the score rising. Greatness rising, the sun rising. Sometimes a word is best left all by itself. The Sun Belt Conference, 14 universities, 10 states, rising.
The battle for the rebound after that shot, or after the foul was called, and you saw Brandon Murray go down heavy and reach back for that, looked like reaching for that hamstring early. And he was on the floor for a couple minutes, and now they're going to walk him off all the way back to the locker room, and that is not a good sign for the Cowboys going forward. They've got a lot of conference games coming up in a big hurry.
Yeah, starter, 5th on the team in scoring, 7 points, but 2nd in assists, so a very good passer as well.
Murray started his career at LSU before going to Georgetown. Ole Miss is making his 4th stop. And a 5-second call on the Cajuns. Their 6th turnover already in the game.
Wow, a little bit of confusion. You rarely see that out of bounds underneath. Louisiana always really good at executing out of bounds under their own goal, maybe picking up a cheap basket here or there, but that time really good defense from McNeese, not allowing them to get what they wanted.
Turnovers now 6-2. Parker got cut off, goes cross court. And now a trap. And the Cowboys will turn it over. Cajuns going in transition. El Mutauakil is going to get called for the offensive foul. Boy, sure didn't look like there was a lot of contact on that.
Looks like just their legs hit as he tried to step around him. But he was set. I think their right leg collides with their right leg to right leg. They give it to him, 50-50 call.
7th turnover for Louisiana. And the first foul on El Mutauakil.
And McNeese dominating in the paint, points in the paint 20-8, and also 5 offensive rebounds for McNeese, 0 for Louisiana.
Copeland goes on the drive, a little dipsy-do inside, gets the roll again. He's got 12 points. He's doubling his season average.
Everything going to the basket. 2 more points in the paint for McNeese, and Copeland has been impressive here in this first half. Back to man-to-man for McNeese. They tried that 1-3-1, one possession. They scored, got right out of it.
Evans leaves it for Mutauakil, puts up the shot, gets the friendly roll, and a couple of other more guys take a tumble to the floor. Mustafa with 9 points.
And a lot of contact there. Could have easily gotten an and one, but like you mentioned earlier, they're letting them play.
3 ball put up by Richards. That's not there. Mutauakil with the rebound. He'll take it inside again. This time he'll get cut off. Leaving in the corner for Garnett. Now he's trapped. Comes back out to Thomas. Thought about the 3. Now he'll take the jumper in the lane. Got somebody moved under him, but ball's going to go out of bounds and it will stay with the Cajuns.
Both teams really getting after it on defense, trapping when they have the opportunity. Louisiana did it on this end on the wing. That time they got Louisiana and Garnett stuck in the corner. They're able to get it out. Thomas doesn't make it, but we will keep possession here for the Raging Cajuns. We'll take it out underneath.
Davis will inbound it. Tried to get it in, but went off the foot of one of the Cowboys. May have been Joe Charles. We knew he had quick hands. Maybe he's got quick feet too. Thomas will set things up out front. Scored 11 points coming off the bench against App State on Wednesday. Garnett being guarded by Charles, the former teammates. Tried to go down low. Somebody got a foot on it, but going up for the shots, Garnett, and he's fouled on the way up.
Parker got him.
Parker's first foul, just the 4th team foul on the Cowboys. Cajuns have only been called for 5, so neither team really close to the bonus here in the first half.
Yeah, Garnett wanted to find a cutting teammate. The ball bounced right back to him. He picks it up, turns around, and tries to hit the mid-range jumper off balance and was kind of bailed out right there. If they're going to take a tough shot, you do not want to foul him. See if he can make it.
The senior from Catholic Baton Rouge out of Donaldsonville got his degree yesterday. He's one of the graduates for the Cajun team, and he's playing in his 129th game in the UL uniform today. The all-time record's 136, so unless something forbids something happens to him injury-wise, he's going to play more games than anybody ever in a Cajun uniform.
Not bad for a guy who had to walk on.
Copeland kicks it back out. Shoemate will launch the 3 ball. That is off the back iron. Garnett comes away with the loose ball. He's going to go the other direction. He'll stop and take a tough jumper. But Evans has the offensive rebound. Had it taken away, it's going to go out of bounds, but it will stay with Louisiana, as Copeland got a quick hand in there.
Love to see that energy from Evans. On the other side, he wasn't able to come up with the rebound, but he did deflect it to his teammate. And here, instead of staying back as Kentrell Garnett sprints it up the court, he runs with him and almost comes up with an offensive rebound, but an extra possession, and he'll head to the bench. Mustafa back in.
Louisiana will inbound. Just over a minute left in a physically played first half. Garnett was looking for a screen. Puts it back into Mustafa. He'll stop and take the little baby shot. Got cut off. Pretty good defense by the Cowboys that time.
Good help defense. Oh, that's a foul.
And Shoemate's going to get hit with the offensive foul.
Coach Wade disagrees, but I think that's a good call. He kind of extended that shoulder. Here's another look.
Oh, yeah, moved in.
Tries to get set, but you can see him sliding over and getting in his way. And you can see him explaining it to Coach Wade.
Don't think he's buying.
Don't think he convinced him, no doubt. It has been a physical, well-played, tough game. About what we expected from these two teams. A lot of guards, a lot of facing the basket and attacking.
Garnett puts it back to Thomas. 10 on the shot clock. So we're in the final minute of the first half. He'll go back to Thomas. Just 5. Going to have to make something happen. He'll drive it inside, put it up off glass. The senior from Lake Charles with his first bucket.
Big bucket, too. Now McNeese, shot clock off 20 seconds, but Thomas with a beautiful finish late shot clock.
Eric Zimmerman on the sideline clapping it for his defense. The Cowboys will hold for 1 here. They'll put it back into Copeland's hands, and why not after the first half he's had. Shoemate goes on the drive, gets it knocked away. Cajun basketball, they'll launch the 80-footer off glass, no good. And we will go to halftime in what's been a back-and-forth battle. McNeese's Cowboys will go to the locker room with a 1-point, 28-27 lead. Halftime activities when we return.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts Collection, following you along everywhere you go, making every moment special, even more surprising than your last, and bringing you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day. Now you can save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. Why would you stay anywhere else?
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check your school's saying first before saying it.
High tide! High tide, guys! High tide! High tide! High tide! High tide!
It's roll tide.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Being a football player with plaque psoriasis is challenging. The football locker room is always a place where people are going to see your skin and you can't hide it forever. I'm Dallas Goddard, professional tight end, and this is my story. I felt embarrassed by my plaques, and I was covering up on and off the field. For years, I've treated my plaque psoriasis with topicals, but the hardest part for me was applying them every day, applying them to spots that are hard to reach, and it's something that you just have to be so consistent with to see visible changes. So recently, I talked to a new doctor about a medication, Otezla. It's a pill form and works from the inside out. Looking back at it, I probably could have told my doctor my struggles earlier.
Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
Talking to my doctor about a pill was a total game changer.
Welcome back to halftime of Raging Cajun basketball. We're going to jump sports and talk Raging Cajun softball. And Allison Habbett's a brand new coach for the Raging Cajuns. It is so good to see you. And thanks for stopping by.
Of course, Dan. Always a pleasure to hang out with you.
It has been such a whirlwind for you over these last few months. I know it had to be sort of crazy at times. Yeah. Has everything gone the way you really hoped? And is there anything that's really surprised you since you were able to, come back home and over this past summer?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know what my expectation really was, because my first time doing this, and especially at home. But for me, I think the pleasant surprise has been the buy-in. I mean, to come into a new program and things being a lot different, I expected a little bit of pushback, but I think having Shelly Landry here, who was here last year, and then Lacey Prejean, who was here like previous years, helps in that transition. But the buy-in and the kids, just our athletes' attitudes have been fantastic, and they're so fun to coach.
We'll talk about those kids in a little bit, but you played several fall games. I mean, probably as many as 80 in recent years. Yeah. Was that by design so you could learn them, and at the same time, they could learn you?
Absolutely, because actually during the fall, it's hard, again, making the transition as a head coach. As an assistant, I spent all my time with the athletes. Whereas as a head coach, I get distracted with other things. So it was hard to really even know how good are we? So to actually play games was good for them and for me to be able to see, like, there's some athletes who are better at practice, and at games are like, they have to kind of get over that fear of failure or whatever that is in prime time, game time. And other kids, they're okay at practice, but they're gamers. So learning that piece too was fun.
Of your returning core, you got a pretty good core coming back. Yeah. I think 3 have been around their entire career. Yeah. Has anybody sort of stepped forward and said, this person is really going to have a big year?
Yeah, that's a great question too. I'm still trying to learn them all, but like as far as the games too, like Emily Smith, who's a freshman, I mean, she stepped up in that McNeese game with 2 home runs, and then a base hit up the middle, and then she took a walk, which for a freshman to come in with that kind of maturity, especially to take a walk, because usually you hit 2 bombs, you want to get up there and, swing away. Her maturity level has been impressive, as well as her talent. But just all the new ones and getting to learn the old ones. Savannah White, obviously, I always believe home is where the heart is. But her presence behind the plate is a difference maker, too. And then the circle, and we have a lot of new faces. But they all complement each other. And Shelby Sinceri's been phenomenal with them. I've learned, just how much they improve in just a matter of 2 weeks has been impressive, and that's all Shelby. And again, the pitchers buy in too, and all the kids who buy in.
We'll be back to talk what's upcoming for the Raging Cajun softball team when we return. You're watching Raging Cajun basketball on ESPN+.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts Collection, following you along everywhere you go, making every moment special, even more surprising than your last, and bringing you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day. Now you can save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. Why would you stay anywhere else?
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your school's saying first before saying it.
High tide! High tide, guys! High tide! High tide! High tide! High tide!
It's roll tide.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Being a football player with plaque psoriasis is challenging. The football locker room is always a place where people are going to see your skin and you can't hide it forever. I'm Dallas Goddard, professional tight end, and this is my story. I felt embarrassed by my plaques, and I was covering up on and off the field. For years, I've treated my plaque psoriasis with topicals, but the hardest part for me was applying them every day, applying them to spots that are hard to reach, and it's something that you just have to be so consistent with to see visible changes. So recently, I talked to a new doctor about a medication, Otezla. It's a pill form, and
So what are you working on?
Something for the Garcias.
We've got 24 hours to do this.
Then you're gonna need these today.
Oh, we can deliver that.
Today, tomorrow. Get delivery at the speed you need only at the Home Depot.
On a distant world, darkness marched ever closer. In the hour of reckoning, you stood as one. And all the while, you were vacuuming. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Welcome back to Halftime with Raging Cajun softball coach Allison Habits. It is so good to have you back home. I just want to tell you that.
Thank you,
It is
Dan.
such a pleasure. A lot of new faces on this team. Has there been somebody that's really sort of caught your eye that's going to be that vivacious type? It's going to be that fan favorite.
Yeah. Oh, I'd have to go with Michaela Ferguson. She's a junior, comes from a junior college, Northwest Florida, but she's from Plaquemine, Louisiana. Just a vivacious, like great word, like vivacious personality. If fans come to practice, she's talking to all of them. She's just a magnet. She immediately goes to people, introduces herself, just loves people, loves the game, just a fiery athlete, and just makes every day really bright.
In other words, she sort of reminds me of you.
Oh, well, I don't know about all that, but she does have a lot of energy, which I feel like I do. I mean, I have passion, and she does bring that energy and passion every day, which is, it's good. It's good to have that around a team, for sure.
You just announced your schedule recently, and you didn't hold back on scheduling people. You've scheduled. Did anybody remind you you're not in the SEC because you're playing about half of that league this year?
Yeah, I got reminded of that the other day, that you do know you're not in the SEC anymore, right? However, I can't take full responsibility for that because Shelley Landry did most of the scheduling. And again, I think that's been kind of like the protocol for what you do here. Like, you know, the Sun Belt's going to be kind of one season, but preseason is really important in the sense of like rankings and RPI. So you have to play the tough teams, you know, to be able to do that. And obviously the SEC I know is always tough. So yeah, we're gonna get it in early. And I mean, we have Texas on day 2, so why not, right? Why not just throw them out there, see what we're about?
And then you'll go on the road to play Alabama, Mississippi State, and that team that you're kind of a little familiar with in Alabama and Auburn and those type teams. It's a challenging schedule, but it's going to prepare you for the Sun Belt.
Sure, and I mean, I've just noticed just in the years past how much better the Sun Belt has gotten. So it's important to be able to play on the road. You know, there's just so many different dynamics that go into traveling, and you know, your routine changes and all that. So being able to play good teams on the road is a blessing for us, and I think it's going to help us later on in the Sun Belt. And obviously going to Alabama is going to be special because it's kind of like my second home. So that'll be really special to go there and bring, you know, our team there and bring the Cajuns there and kind of experience all that together with Alabama.
Allison, good luck to you going forward. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate it.
Raging Cajun softball coming up starting in February. And we'll be back with more Raging Cajun basketball when we return. You're watching Raging Cajun basketball on ESPN+.
Y'all see this? Patrick Mahomes is saying goodbye. People was tripping.
Where are you going?
He was actually saying goodbye to his old phone.
I'm switching to the amazing new iPhone 16 Pro at T-Mobile.
It's the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. That's like peanut butter on jelly on gold. Get 4 iPhone 16 Pro on us. Plus 4 lines for $25. And save on every plan versus the other big guys. What a deal. That's a lot if you ask me. If y'all giving it away too fast, T-Mobile, slow down.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, I even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of time.
Ah! He's melting.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Truth is, my schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got school Monday through Friday, jiu-jitsu on Thursdays, and library books I've got to get back by Friday. In my weekend, I've got 2 3 birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. I am not willing to give that up.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
Being a football player with plaque psoriasis is challenging. The football locker room is always a place where people are going to see your skin and you can't hide it forever. I'm Dallas Goddard, professional tight end, and this is my story. I felt embarrassed by my plaques, and I was covering up on and off the field. For years, I've treated my plaque psoriasis with topicals, but the hardest part for me was applying them every day, applying them to spots that are hard to reach, and it's something that you just have to be so consistent with to see visible changes. So recently, I talked to a new doctor about a medication, Otezla. It's a pill form and works from the inside out. Looking back at it, I probably could have told my doctor my struggles earlier.
Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
Talking to my doctor about a pill was a total game changer.
Welcome back to the Cajun Dome, where McNeese's Cowboys hold a 1-point 28-27 lead over Louisiana's Raging Cajuns, the 100th meeting between these two schools. I'm Dan McDonald along with Eric Mouton. And Eric, both these teams had pretty good runs in the first half, but a lot of that keyed by the defense of both of these teams.
Yeah, no doubt. Both teams getting it done defensively. 28-27 at halftime. Percentages are a little low right now. Louisiana shooting the ball from outside the arc. As you can see, a 3 right there. They are 4 for 10. McNeese 0 for 9. So Louisiana winning the battle behind the three-point arc, 12-0.
Statistical anomaly because of that 0 for shooting from three-point range, and because the Cowboys playing a lot of drive inside, one-on-one type. No assists for McNeese through the first 20 minutes.
It's really hard to believe. Not one assist. Louisiana has 6 assists, and we've seen them do that all year. Penetrate, draw the defense, and kick to three-point shooters. That's why they're shooting 40% right now.
5 turnovers for the Cowboys, 7 for Louisiana. Rebounds fairly even. McNeese with 5 offensive rebounds. In fact, at one point late in the half, Cowboys had 5 offensive boards. Cajuns did not have any.
Yeah, and second chance points, though, even at 2. So they get them the rebounds, but not able to convert on those rebounds. Fast break points 6-0 in favor of McNeese. And bench scoring 16 for McNeese, only 5 for Louisiana.
A lot of that from Quadir Copeland, who had 12 points off the bench to lead the way for the Cowboys in the first half. Mustafa El Mutauakil with 9 to lead the Cajuns.
3 guys came in for McNeese averaging double figures. None of them were named Copeland.
Cajuns get the basketball to start half number 2, and there's a turnover. Bad pass by Mustafa as Garcia stepped in front, and it was knocked away by Davis to prevent the layup.
Good hustle from Davis and good defense. Just jumped that pass right there. I don't know if he switched a down screen, but does a great job of stepping into that passing lane. But good hustle from Davis. He could have just shut it down, gave up an easy layup, but he sprints to knock it away from behind.
Murray gets the inbounds pass, almost has it knocked away, but Shoemate is there to corral it. Shoemate averaging 11 points, 5.5 rebounds, but was kept pretty much in check in the first half. He had a big game against the Cajuns 2 years ago. Cooper will kick it on the drive attempt by Garcia. He'll take it inside the lane. His jumper's short. Garnett comes away with the rebound.
Great possession and stop, and you can see Kentrell Garnett again on the ball defense, outstanding.
Wright will set things up for Louisiana. 40% shooting in the first half, 10 out of 24. Cowboys were at 41.4%, 12 out of 29. Right outside, he'll launch a deep 3 ball. That goes off the back iron, but he gets his own rebound. Davis will launch a 3 from the corner. That is off, and a rebound by Ratliff, and he's grabbed on the rebound.
Coach Zimmerman trying to get Kentrell Garnett early. They ran a nice play in the first half, him along the baseline for a wide open 3. Went with the same thing, couldn't get him open. A couple of 3s from Louisiana don't go, but Ratliff battling for the offensive board draws the foul.
Shoemate picks up his 2nd foul, first team foul. Cajuns will inbound. El Mutauakil, he'll stop and take the 18-footer again, leave it short, just off the iron. Joe Charles grabs the rebound. He had 3 boards in the first half. Cooper going on the drive. Mutauakil knocks it away. Cooper's just 6 foot. Mustafa's 6'6".
Yeah, the quickness advantage goes to Cooper, but the recovery by Mustafa to block that out of bounds. It's a nice hustle. Don't give up on the play.
Inbounds to Murray in the lane, working against Davis. Puts up the shot, gets it to go, and draws the foul. Murray with his first basket for the senior from Germantown, Maryland. Well-traveled, LSU, Georgetown, and Ole Miss.
You can see that knee wrapped up his left knee, Dan. He went down early, actually late in the second half, but here he is battling, just taking it right to Davis. Draw some contact, just throw it up, you might make it. The prayer was answered. He'll shoot 1.
He was limping pretty good when he came out of the locker room.
He still is, but he's going to give it a go.
Garnett, deep 3 ball again. Rushed that one a lot, but Wright's there to run down the rebound.
Yeah, a little quick after 1 pass to fire 1 up. But Murray was backpedaling there and was kind of surprised that Garnett let it fly.
Wright gets cut off. He'll go back outside. 5 on the shot clock. Davis got to put up a shot quick, turn around on the baseline and hits it. Kendall Davis has 5 points.
That's a nice play. Drives all the way to the other side of the court, gets on 2 feet, pivot, turnaround jumper, nothing but net.
Cooper working against Wright, almost loses possession. Nice dish down low. They found Shoemate. He got the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Man, I thought Cooper was out of bounds, walked, no call down there. And they reverse it real quick to Shoemate, and he's able to finish through contact. Oh, he might have kept his foot up.
2nd foul on Ratliff. 2nd team foul on Louisiana. Shoemate will go to the line. Just a 45% free throw shooter. 13 out of 29 this year, but rattles that one in for his 5th point.
That was a great look right there. Great balance by Cooper. He keeps his heel off the ground and is able to save it in a 3-point play for McNeese.
Puts the Cowboys up by 4. So in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Mutauakil gets a little help defensively. draws the double team. He'll kick it back outside. Wright will take the 3 ball. That's all fired. But Mutaoakil with the foul, and he'll get the layup. He's in double figures.
Wright's had a couple of good looks because they're paying so much attention to some other guys. They weren't able to knock him down, but Mustafa gets the offensive rebound and bucket.
Garcia on the drive, puts up a tough shot, gets the roll. He's got 6. Cowboys have had a lot of them. They've gone in and out. Shoemate with the block on Mustafa's reverse.
Yeah, gets there in a hurry and rises up to block that shot, pins it against the glass.
Shoemate 5th in the Southland Conference in block shots so far this year. He's got it inside, can't get it to go though, and he'll knock it out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Cajuns. Good defense that time by the guys in the white shirts.
Very good, and Wright ended up down there on Shoemate with the strength advantage. He's kind of asking for a foul, but you can see he tries to spin baseline. Wright keeping those hands up, walls up, and you can see right there off of Shoemate, great defense from Louisiana right there, especially Christian Wright.
Copeland and Parker will check back in for the Cowboys. Parker, the leading scorer for the Cowboys this year, had just 2 in the first half. Copeland had 12 points, doubling his season average first 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's normally what happens. Scouting report, you pay attention to those guys that can really score, and sometimes you're not expecting somebody to step up and score. That's what Copeland has done for McNeese.
Garnett gets cut off. He'll get it back to Mustafa with just 5 on the shot clock on the drive. Boy, a lot of contact in there as it's blocked out of bounds. Cajun basketball when we come back. 15:58 left here in the second half. Cowboys leading it by 4.
Ragin means something different to us than it does anywhere else. It's our promise to never back down, never quit, and never give up on Acadiana. We show it in how we cheer on our team and how we look out for each other. It's about going above and beyond because that's what Cajuns do. It's about listening to the rage of the Cajuns and joining our voices with theirs. Because at Our Lady of Lourdes Health, we're all Cajun and we're all Ragin. Our Lady of Lourdes Health is proud to be the official healthcare provider of Ragin' Cajuns Athletics.
We all have dreams.
I want to dance. I like to build things. I want to explore.
For over 120 years, the University of Louisiana at Lafayette has made it possible for young dreams to become realities. So go ahead, dream big. We'll help you make those dreams come true.
With a Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For only $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card Spa for a pampered perk. And download the PF app for plenty more perks. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
Eric and I want to wish everybody a happy holidays, and Eric's got his Ascension Episcopal Blue Gator basketball team here today, and they want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday to all of you. And Eric Mouton's team at Ascension Episcopal off to a good start this year, getting ready for district play.
Yeah, 8-4 right now. Blue Gators are playing well, and I appreciate Coach Michael Murphy helping us out. Getting us those tickets and putting them up in the front for our guys to come enjoy some really good college basketball.
Just 4 on the shot clock. Cajuns have to put one up, and Kentrell Garnett makes the most of it. He's got 10 points.
Inbounded it to Ratliff. He almost fell out of bounds, flips it back to Garnett, and the fadeaway mid-range goes down.
Not real sure that's how it was drawn up.
Oh, it wasn't. Players make plays.
Garcia tried to muscle his way inside, and that's going to be a jump ball. Alternating possession. It will stay with the Cowboys.
Christian Wright once again with really good defense. Garcia trying to back him down, and Wright standing his ground, gets his hand on the ball. You can see him try to back him down to try to get into the paint, but Wright stands his ground and comes up with a piece of the basketball to force the jump.
Inbounds to Parker. Off glass, won't go. Ball's going to be tapped out. Shoemate tries to save it and does. Nice athletic move there. Drive inside. They'll kick it in the corner. And a 3-ball put up by Parker. His first tray of the game.
It's a nice play, a little penetration and kick to Parker. The leading scorer, 15.6 a game. Strokes it from the corner.
Cowboys back up by 5. Ratliff from the corner. He answers with a 3.
Anything you can do, I can do.
Ratliff 7 out of 22 outside the arc this year.
It's a big answer right there from Ratliff, as they don't come out and guard him, and he strokes it from the corner for 3.
5 different Cajuns with 3-pointers in this one. Drive inside, up off glass, won't go. Tap up by Charles, won't go. He'll kick it back out. Another offensive rebound. Parker again for 3. Rush that one a little bit. Mustafa comes away with the loose ball. He'll leave it for Wright. Back to Mustafa. Inside to Garnett. He's tied up down low. Ball gets loose on the court. Cowboys come away with it.
Yeah, a little too much traffic right there for Ratliff to be able to dribble. Probably should have kicked it out the backside to Kentrell Garnett, who was begging for it.
Drive inside, and foul's going to be called on the floor as Copeland got himself caught up in the air.
Called a kick ball.
Oh, okay.
Kick ball, shot clock at 20. Michael Thomas checks in. Here's a look.
Yep, went right off the foot.
Yeah. Inadvertent as he comes over to help. It goes off his foot. Kick ball. They'll take it out underneath.
So fresh 20 for McNeese.
Right now, McNeese winning those 50-50 extra possession rebounds on the offensive end. That's why they have the lead right now by 2.
Joe Charles for 3. That's 2 in a row that Joe's missed everything. He's trying to press a little bit back in his hometown.
And rushed, I think. You know, you mentioned that a lot, Dan, as you call him the play-by-play. A rush shot. That was a rush shot and good defense from Louisiana. Joe Charles working on his form right there, shaking his head, smiling.
Product of Karen Crow. In this game last year, he had 10 points and a team-high 8 rebounds. Difference was he was playing for guys in the other jerseys.
Yes, indeed. Leads the team in rebounds, as we mentioned in the opening, 6.2.
Mustafa loses the handle on that one. That's going to go out of bounds. Turnover number 10 on Louisiana. They've doubled that number up. Cowboys with only 5 turnovers.
Yeah, he wanted to rip and drive right there, try to take something baseline, as he is so effective with those drives, and just fumbled it out of bounds. He'll get a blow.
Brandon Hardy checks back in for Louisiana, and losing his balance for a second. Copeland now he'll go all the way to the basket, leave that one short, but another offensive board for the Cowboys.
Guess who?
And a travel there by Parker didn't get called, and he's got 7.
And there's the hustle and offensive rebound from Joe Charles.
We haven't had a traveling violation called in the ball game so far, so I guess it's open field today.
And we have had a few walks for sure.
No question. Garnett thought about the 3. He'll give it back to Thomas. He thought about it. Hardy from the corner bangs home another one. Brandon Hardy's got 6 points.
Great offense, great ball movement, extra pass, another assist for Louisiana.
Parker looking for the drive. He'll take it to the basket, knocked away and saved. Ratliff with the block, Thomas with the save. Garnett for 3. Bang! Kentrell Garnett with 13. Derek Zimmerman's off the bench, waving at the crowd.
Knock away.
And a knock away in the backcourt. It's going to be a 10-second violation.
Yes.
And it'll be Cajun basketball.
Defense leading to offense. Louisiana getting hot, staying hot behind the three-point arc, and this crowd loves it. There's the extra pass right there, another assist. Hardy knocks down the first one, and that time gets the assist as Mustafa plays the guitar on the sideline. Louisiana amping it up right here, leads by 2.
Copeland will leave and Shoemate will check back in. Charles will also go out, and I didn't catch who came in as the other Cowboy substitution. DJ Richards comes in. Cajuns by 2 as we get close to the 12-minute mark.
And both teams going with man-to-man. We saw McNeese change defenses one time in the first half, 1-3-1. Louisiana scored. They got right back out of it. Now they're in man-to-man again. Oh,
Thomas with the dipsy-do drive.
Oh, my.
Give it up 6 inches. No problem. Take it to the hole.
Crafty, Dan. Crafty. The senior move right there.
Parker going on the drive. Double clutches it and gets it to go. Boy, he is athletic. The product of Rockford, Illinois. Transfer from St. Louis. Got 9.
No doubt a few Louisiana players going after a loose ball up at the top, and he's able to get to the rim and finish.
Thomas will launch a 3. That one's all firing, though. Richards comes away with the rebound. Celebon Gay hands it off back to Parker. Working against Hardy. He'll stop and take the 15-footer and hit it. Parker's starting to heat up. He's got 9 this half, 11 in the game. Leading scorer for the Cowboys.
Speaking of crafty and tough, that's a tough move when your team needs you. Pull-up jumper, mid-range. We've played a lot of basketball here today, Dan, and we've decided nothing. Expect anything different?
Not at all.
Intense, hard-fought, 2 good crowd, 2 fan bases here today.
Inside to Ratliff. Can't get it to go. Shoemate comes away with the rebound.
Contact at the rim. Got to be able to finish that. Oh, my.
Contact everywhere. Parker.
Heat check.
He's got it going. He's got 11 this half. We've only played 9.5 minutes.
Wow. What a move. Rises up and makes that shot.
Has not started a game this year, but averages 15.5 points a game. Only averages about 22 minutes a game.
From Illinois, transfer from St. Louis. Senior, crafty scorer.
Cross-court pass. Hardy for 3. He's going to leave that one short. Parker's going to come away with the rebound. He'll give it away in transition to Richards. That won't go.
Long rebound.
Parker will launch a 3. Not there. Might have rushed that one a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Probably should have ran a little shot clock, got a better shot. But when you're feeling it, I'm sure Coach Wade is fine with him taking that shot. Mismatch here, Thomas.
He'll launch a 3 and hit another one. Michael Thomas, actually his first 3 ball. He's got 7.
Salabenge ended up on him, the 6'8", 225. Michael Thomas had the quickness advantage. He gives him a little step back to create some space, and Michael Thomas knocks it down.
Cajuns 8 out of 20 outside the arc. Shoemate a long way from the basket. Gets the spin move. He'll take it inside and finish it. Christian Shoemate, he's got 7 points. He had 16 points, 14 rebounds last time these teams played on this court when the Cajuns won here 2 years ago.
Yeah, and Kendall Davis kind of gambled right there. He went for a steal, allowed Shoemate to turn the corner and get to the basket, and he knows what to do around the rim. Finished through a little bit of contact right there. 1-point game.
Inside to Ratliff. He'll finish it inside. What a pass from Kentrell Garnett.
You called it, partner. What a pass from Kentrell Garnett on the pick and roll. And he gets another assist for Louisiana. They're in double figures in assists now.
Parker on the spin move. Puts up a tough shot. Boy, Davis comes away with a one-hand rebound.
Did you see that? Oh, my.
Hardy thought about the 3 instead of taking inside. Blocked, and boy, some contact again right across the arm. No call. Garcia comes away with it.
Yeah, the shot fake and drive. Thought he got fouled on that play, too.
Parker from the corner. That's in and out. Shoemate's going to get called for over the back. Cajun basketball when we come back. 8:03 left here in half number 2. Cajuns leading it by 1.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
All right, we got your home and auto bundled, and you saved hundreds.
Oh, that's nice with the economy and all.
Ooh.
What's the economy?
Where do we start?
What isn't the economy?
Yes.
Right.
It is, it's so many things.
Right.
Look, all you really need to know is that Progressive can save you money without sacrificing quality coverage. You follow?
I'll just look it up.
That went well.
There's no such thing as bad weather with intelligent all-wheel drive. Now, get the all-new Nissan Kicks starting at just $21,830.
Truth is, my schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got school Monday through Friday, jiu-jitsu on Thursdays, and library books I've got to get back by Friday. In my weekend, I've got 3 birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. I am not willing to give that up.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
What Quadir Copeland did for the Cowboys in the first half, Sincere Parker's been doing here in the second half. Eric, he only had 1 shot in the first half. Now he's got 13.
Yeah, Copeland did it all for them in the first half, and now their leading scorer transfer from St. Louis really getting going. I know his team needs him. He's hitting shots in the mid-range, hitting threes, and boy, that's a tough shot. Stop on a dime, rise up and finish. Look at the handles. Fade away with Ratliff in his face. Nothing but net. He has been impressive in the second half.
Cajun basketball leading by 1 right at the 8-minute mark.
Shooting percentage for McNeese from behind the arc, Dan, 6.7%, 1 for 15. Louisiana, 8 for 20, 40%.
Cowboys still with the big advantage in the baskets down low. They'll kick it out to Hardy. Tough baseline jumper, and he hit another one. Brandon Hardy set out the first 9 games this year with a broken jaw. He's making up for lost time.
And sometimes the offense is better than the defense because the defense was really good.
Shoemate on the drive. He's going to get fouled by Evans, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, and he's got the advantage out there driving by Evans.
Cowboys will be shooting free throws when we come back. 7:29 left in the final half. Cajuns by 3.
You may not know where you stand with that neighbor you wave at but never talk to. But you always know where you stand with the Sport Clips app haircut tracker that tracks your real-time wait time. It's a game changer.
Don't you want to know what this is all about?
You're damn right I do. You're messing with powers beyond your control.
I'm always in control.
Your life is pretty smart. But when it's time to eat, suddenly you feel out of sync. Refresh your routine with Factor. Chef-prepared meals delivered with a tap, ready in 2 minutes. Imagine dinner on autopilot and enjoying Tuscan tomato chicken without lifting a finger. Upgrade your plate. Optimize your nutrition. Eat smart with Factor.
Time out, time out, time out, time out, time out!
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there, and we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities.
On our streets.
In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout.
On hate.
Together.
Together.
This seat, this view, these celebrations.
It's incredible.
You've never done the Australian Open like this before. Visit OzOpenTravel.com, the only place to purchase Australian Open 2026 packages.
Joe Charles played his first 3 years, of course, in a Cajun uniform. See some of the things that he did during those first 3 years, and look at what he averaged in his final season. 11 points a game, 9.6 rebounds a game. That led the team. He was a double-double machine those last 2 seasons.
Yeah, no doubt, and he's doing what he does, what he's done here for the last 3 years. For McNeese, offensive rebounds, some trash buckets. Not scoring much, but getting it done on the glass, and also a couple of steals. Louisiana now with 11 assists, only 2 for McNeese.
Shoemate with the first free throw, 2 for 2 today. Only a 45% shooter coming in. For Charles, he only has the 4 points, 2 out of 6 from the field. Does have 7 rebounds. That's a high for either team, as Shoemate now 3 for 3 from the line.
Full court pressure now from McNeese, the 1-2-2. Try to get a steal initially. If not, they'll get back, and now they're going to stay in there man-to-man.
Mustafa on the drive, got Shoemate in the air, now got cut off. Garnett will kick it back to Thomas. His 3 ball, oh, he got hit on the arm. What are we looking at?
Tough shot contested. Almost knocked that down, too. Could have been a 4-point play, but no call.
Put it back in the hands of Garcia. Won't go. Battle for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds. It will stay with the Cowboys as Shoemate and Evans were going at it. Evans the last to touch it.
Going at it, and Ratliff off the bench. Got to clean up those defensive rebounds. Louisiana battling back in rebounds now. It's 30-28. 11 offensive for McNeese, 6 for Louisiana, and points in the paint. McNeese dominating 34-18.
Good look at Jeremiah Evans, the freshman from Shreveport. Inbounds pass to Charles. He'll put it back into Murray's hands. Lob to Shoemate as he's cutting to the basket.
Yeah, a little flex action. They reversed the ball, set a back screen, and if he wouldn't be open, they would set a down screen for the screener. But the lob was there and a 2-hand flush.
Shoemate with 11. Cowboys back up by 1. And bad pass down looking for Ratliff. Hardy thought he was going one way. Ratliff went the other.
Yeah, set play to try to get Ratliff against Shoemate on the block, and Hardy threw it a little bit too far away from Ratliff. Couldn't come up with it. Turnover.
Garcia working against Hardy. He'll leave it for Shoemate. This is Parker. Tried the lob again. Not as good a pass this time. Got it knocked away. They'll go to Hardy the other way. And he'll get the layup. He's in double figures with 10.
Yeah, Parker threw that one away after the screen and roll. He's trying to find his teammate underneath the basket. Defense leading to offense there for Louisiana. Great defense.
Parker will have the 15-footer, and he'll hit another one. Sincere Parker. He's got 13 this half.
That's a blown assignment right there. Great defense from Kentrell Garnett, and maybe Michael Thomas just lost Parker. Wide open 15-footer. He'll make that more than he'll miss.
Hardy, a deep 3. Maybe a little out of range.
Ratliff with an offensive rebound. Another chance here for the Raging Cajuns.
Cajuns now with 7 offensive boards. Cowboys have 11 on the offensive end. Thomas going down low to Ratliff. Can't finish it inside. Jerked away by Shoemate. Now it's still loose on the floor. Still battling. Mustafa comes away with it.
Everybody expected a whistle. Mustafa comes up with it and flushes it. Louisiana up 1.
Garcia will launch the 3-ball. That's all firing. Mustafa tried to get the steal that time out of the hands of Parker, and he'll pick up the foul.
I think Garcia walked before he shot that 3, but on the loose ball down here, everybody expected a jump or a timeout, and there was no whistle.
We're not getting any travel violations today either way. I think that's been pretty obvious.
Not a 1. Wow.
Okay, here's the little scramble down there. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think that's a bad call. There was never really simultaneous possession.
No, nobody was calling timeout. Well, you see Joe Charles had his hand up, and they didn't have the ball. It was too late.
Cowboy basketball. Wow, down by 1.
How good has this been?
This has been fun. Inside Garcia, knocked away by Garnett. The 6-foot guard with the block shot.
He's only 6 foot, Dan, but sometimes it's not how big you are.
It's how big you play.
Let's go. Kentrell Garnett, just unbelievable ball defense all day today. The graduate.
Picked up his degree on Friday. A stop on the drive, got cut off, stepped on the baseline. It's going to be a turnover. Cowboy basketball. When we return, it's going to be a fun final 4 minutes. Right now, Louisiana up by 1.
So what is love actually?
That's a difficult question.
Can you repeat the question, please?
What is love actually?
She won me by being herself and not trying to be someone else.
Oh yeah, baby.
I've got this.
Hey, Susan Toothbrush. Big interview, huh? Nice new suit, new haircut, ancient bristle stick. Make the Sonicare switch. All right, now go knock 'em dead, boss. Can I get the Wi-Fi? I'm gonna hang here.
You got over on me, Fraulein. Word around the streets is that they fired you.
We had to rob the World Diamond Center.
And I'm gonna do it with you. And the cop goes gangster.
3 seconds to green light. 2, 1.
Let's go! You feeling it?
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Den of Thieves 2, rated R.
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts Collection. Following you along everywhere you go. Making every moment special. Even more surprising than your last. And bringing you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day. Now you can save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. Why would you stay anywhere else?
Now the interim head coach for the Cajuns, boy, was this guy a player when he was at Mississippi State. 2-time All-SEC. He actually led the SEC in assists both of his last 2 years. When he left Mississippi State, he was the leading all-time assist performer. He's still number 2 in that category. Played pro ball for 10 years, 6 different countries. So he traveled around a lot before he came back home as an assistant at Mississippi State. And he is nothing if not energetic on the sideline.
He's worked hard over there. He's coached them up. Sure, this coaching staff got together, got the game plan ready against a really good McNeese team, well coached as well with the American Gangster, as they mentioned in the McNeese bio, the American Gangster on the sideline for McNeese. You gotta love that.
His team with possession, down by 1.
They double Parker. Make him give it up.
Give it back up. Garcia outside. Still 10 on the shot clock. Second double clutch. Foul's called. He'll go to the line. I think Ratliff might have picked up his 3rd.
Yeah, it seems like there's enough contact on the other side, too, to get these calls as he comes down after the shot fake. And all the coaches wanted for it to be consistent. If you're going to call it on one side, you've got to call it on the other. Seems like they're letting it go on the other side a lot more.
5-team. Yep, 5-team fouls for Louisiana. Only 2 fouls on the Cowboys here in the second half. As Garcia, 85% free throw shooter. He's only missed 4 all year. He's 3 for 3 today. So obviously the headgear doesn't bother him when he goes to the free throw line. Rock of Columbus, Ohio. This one, though, rattles off. Mustafa with the rebound. Never fails. Anytime I talk about somebody shooting 80%, they're going to miss. Mustafa on the leave to Ratliff, but loses the handle. Turnover for the Cajuns. Cowboys coming in transition. Parker on the drive. Almost gets it stripped away, but he gets the offensive board back. And now it's going to be alternating possession. It's going to be Cajun basketball.
Yeah, and great hands on the other end by Garcia as Ratliff. It was a nice pass from Mustafa. Ratliff was about to dunk it, but Garcia got his hand on the ball to knock it away.
Just over 3 minutes left in this one. We're all tied at 55. Cowboys won by 2 in Lake Charles last year. Before that, Louisiana had won 8 in a row in the series. Last time McNeese won on the Cajun Dome floor back in 2007. Down low again to Ratliff, gets it blocked away. Shoemate comes away with it.
A lot of contact. Coaches asking for a foul, and no call on that end once again.
Shoemate will leave it for Parker. He'll go on the drive. Baseline jumper's up and good. Boy, has he been good in the second half. Got 15 in the half, 17 in the game.
And he's able to get to his spot quickly, but Danny rises up on balance with a smooth stroke in the mid-range for a big basket for McNeese.
Mustafa goes on the drive, and Shoemate's going to pick up the foul. That's his 4th.
Finally a foul on this end. Really good drive in that elbow right there. Quick first step. He has one of the quickest first steps that I've seen. Always attacking the basket.
6'6" junior out of Indian River Community College, where he averaged 25.5 points a game. That was 5th in the country among junior college players. 72% free throw shooter. He's now 2 for 3 today.
And I don't care what level you're talking about. If you average 25 a game, you are a walking bucket, and that's what he's trying to be here today. Trying to will his team to a win, continuing to attack the basket.
Got 14 points, can't get this one to go. 1 point Cowboy lead as we hit the 2-minute mark. Put it into Parker's hands. Why not? He'll go on the drive. Fouled and gets the bucket. He has put on a show in the second half.
Absolutely. And Coach Zimmerman saying the exact same thing I've been saying. Can we get that call consistently on the other end? And there's not much contact right there on that bucket. It seemed like a quick whistle to me. Been very inconsistent today with the whistles.
Foul was on Thomas. His 2nd foul. 16 foul in Louisiana. So the Cowboys will shoot in the bonus as Parker finishes off the 3-point play. His first free throw today.
Now Louisiana's got to find some offense, continue to attack the basket. Coach, I think, wants a timeout right here.
And Derek Zimmerman will take the timeout. We'll take it with him. 1:46 left in this one. Cajuns haven't had a field goal in almost 3 minutes. Cowboys lead it by 4.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, they even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of time. Ah! He's melting. Oh, jeez. No!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
Truth is,
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got school Monday through Friday, jiu-jitsu on Thursdays, and library books I've got to get back by Friday. In my weekend, I've got 2 free birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. I am not willing to give that up.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
Ready for action, nip it in the bud. We never relax and outcast is everlasting. But I know y'all wanted that 808. Can you feel that BASS bass?
Under my feet, I feel the sky, the moon and down. I feel the earth.
Love the way you move. Now get the all-new Nissan Kicks starting at just $21,830.
We'll go right into Southland Conference play after this. On December 28th, they'll host UNO. They'll play 20 conference games, 20 in a row, starting with that game. As Southland Conference teams play 20. McNeese, the only team in the Southland that has not played a conference game this year. Cajuns will also get into conference play. They're 1-0 in the league after the win over App State. They'll travel to Coastal Carolina and Georgia State in their first 2 conference games. Those will both come up after the first of the year.
And Dan, at that timeout, Coach Zimmerman was in the face of one of the officials. I thought he might get a technical. With all the contact in this game, McNeese has doubled Louisiana's free throws from the line tonight.
Mustafa will hand it off from the corner. Davis can't get it to go. Murray comes down with the rebound. He's taking that wrap off his knee now.
Good look there from the corner. Davis with a good look, just a little bit long on that three-point attempt. Now McNeese in no hurry will run some clock with the lead.
Garcia will get it to Shoemate. He'll leave it for Parker, and now a foul's called with not nearly as much contact as we've seen all day.
Davis
Fouls
helping
on
him.
Davis.
Davis helping there on Parker, coming off the dribble handoff, little zoom action for him. Tries to pick his pocket, bumps into him. Not much contact, but a foul.
Cajuns now over the limit. That's 7 team fouls, so Parker will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. 89% free throw shooter this year. That's second in the Southland Conference. And now 2 for 2 today. He is 34 of 39 this year from the line. And he's now got 22 points, 20 of them in the second half. In the final minute, Cajuns need some points in a hurry. Thomas will go on the drive and leave it for Garnett. Almost lost it out of bounds. Has to run it down. 10 on the shot clock as Garnett gets cut off. Tough shot there. Cowboys come away with the rebound and a foul.
Another great defensive possession from McNeese. They really dug in man-to-man pretty much this whole game. They needed a stop right there. Louisiana needed a bucket, and the defense too good.
Foul is on Davis. That's his third. And Joe Charles will go to the line. Charles has not scored here in the second half. He's got 4 points in his return. But Kansas free throw, 77% this year. He makes it a 3-possession game with just 36 seconds left. Garnett will go on the drive. Got shoved, no call. Thomas will kick it in the corner. Davis will launch the 3. That's not there. Tapped away. Charles got the tap. Garcia came up with the loose ball. And the Cajuns will not foul. And Will Wade double pump into the crowd. And McNeese will run it out. And the Cowboys will walk away with their first win at the Cajun Dome since 2007. As they will win this one by a score of 64-56. They go on a 7-0 run over the last minute 53 seconds. Louisiana misses its last 4 shots from the field, and Eric, you hit it on the head. Good defense by the Cowboys on those closing stretches.
Yeah, they played really good defense, and then their leader, Parker, probably the best 6th man in the country, huh, Dan? Boy, what a second half he had to lead this team to victory.
22 points for Parker. The transfer, 20 of them coming in the second half. Quadir Copeland, also off the bench, has 12 points. Christian Shoemate with 11, the 3 double-figure scores for the Cowboys. Mustafa El Mutaouakil with 14 points. Kentrell Garnett with 13, and Brandon Hardy with 10. The double-figure scores for the Cajuns. With the win, the Cowboys improved to 6-5 on the year. With the loss, Cajuns fall to 3-10. They, of course, still 1-0 in the Sun Belt Conference. It's our last chance to talk to everybody before the holidays. My partner, Eric Mouton, I hope you have a good holiday break.
Back at you, partner.
And we will be back here for more basketball after the new year, right here on ESPN+. For my partner, Eric Mouton, I'm Dan McDonald saying so long from the Cajun Dome. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
You may not know